What differentiates you watching this video from people who have a lot of money? What if you found out there's an unwritten rule followed by all of them that has never been revealed to you? Today, we're going to touch on an uncomfortable but powerful truth. Don't be honest. This phrase might shock you, but it's what many successful people silently follow. You need to be ready to uncover this secret used by the wealthy, and how you can apply this knowledge to transform your relationship with money, ease your financial worries, and open doors to a more prosperous future. Mike Tyson, known for his strength and skills in the ring, experienced the height of athletic success, gaining worldwide fame and amassing a fortune exceeding $300 million. However, in 2003, the same man who seemed invincible in the public eye declared bankruptcy, facing a debt of $30 million. Tyson's story is a powerful warning. No matter how much you earn, if money isn't managed well, it can slip through your fingers like sand. Tyson's life was marked by extravagant spending, poor investments, and a series of questionable financial decisions. Luxurious mansions, sports cars, jewelry, and even pet tigers made up his shopping list. Additionally, surrounded by people who either couldn't guide him or in many cases took advantage of his financial naivety, he quickly found himself in a dangerous cycle of lavish spending and growing debts. Mike Tyson's case clearly shows that building a fortune is not enough to ensure long-term financial stability. The lack of planning, ignorance about how to manage wealth, and negative influences can be just as dangerous as having no income. Without solid financial education and a clear vision of how to invest and protect your earnings, even the largest fortunes can turn into significant losses. Tyson's financial journey exposes a fundamental truth. Money needs to serve its owner, never the other way around. When money becomes the center of decisions, the person ends up being controlled by it, creating a destructive cycle that can lead to irreversible losses. The key is to understand that money, when well managed, is a powerful tool for building stability, realizing dreams, and ensuring a secure future. Treating money like an employee means making it work for you, investing it wisely, and seizing opportunities that generate growth over time. By taking control of your resources, you can direct your money to where it will be most productive. It can multiply through investments, strategic savings, and well-planned businesses, becoming a means to achieve goals rather than the ultimate purpose of your life. On the other hand, when money becomes the boss, it imposes its rules. Decisions are driven by immediate impulses, without long-term planning. The fear of losing what you have or the constant pursuit of more can dominate your behavior, leading to choices that often result in debt, emotional exhaustion, and financial instability. This is the fate of those who, like Tyson, let money dictate their lives without establishing a relationship of control and balance. Efficient financial management starts with the awareness that money is a limited resource and needs to be respected. Creating a budget, understanding your expenses and income, and most importantly, having a clear view of financial goals are fundamental steps. Debt is a silent trap that slowly accumulates and can quickly spiral out of control, becoming an invisible burden that corrodes financial freedom. The indiscriminate use of credit cards and the ease of obtaining loans can give the false impression of purchasing power, but deep down you know you're creating a dangerous cycle of late payments, rising interest, and a constant dependence on credit. The impact of this trap goes beyond finances. Living in constant worry about paying bills can cause stress, anxiety, and even damage personal relationships. It's clear that debt doesn't just affect your wallet, but also your quality of life, creating an emotional weight that influences daily decisions. What starts as small impulsive purchases can turn into a financial abyss that's hard to overcome. This scenario is familiar to millions around the world who find themselves trapped in this cycle due to a lack of proper financial planning. Avoiding the debt trap requires a clear understanding of how money flows in your life. It's essential to know where every penny comes from and goes, and this is only possible with control and organization. Setting limits on credit use, prioritizing the payment of debts with the highest interest rates, and building an emergency fund are essential measures to regain control. Additionally, being aware of the difference between wants and needs is crucial to avoid unnecessary spending that could compromise your budget. For many, debt becomes a constant companion, but it doesn't have to be that way. With careful attention and a mindset shift, you can free yourself from this invisible burden. The first step is recognizing the need for more careful resource management and seeking solutions that prioritize eliminating debt before any other type of spending. Before we continue with the video, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We release new videos every week and you won't want to miss any. Now, I want you to understand this. Money isn't just a means of exchange, it should be seen as an expression of value. When you pay for something, you're essentially exchanging an amount that represents the perceived value of that product or service. Imagine you're in a cafe, ordering your favorite coffee. When you hand your money to the cashier, what's happening isn't just a simple exchange of cash for a drink. In reality, you're exchanging value. The money leaving your wallet represents the value you attribute to that coffee, the experience of enjoying something you like, the comfort it brings to your day. The coffee, in turn, is the value the cafe owner is offering you in exchange. This perception changes everything. Now think about your own financial life. If you want to earn more money, you need to start generating more value for the people around you. Money isn't the final goal. It's a reflection of how much you can solve problems, meet needs, or deliver something meaningful. Whether you work in an office or run your own business, your ability to generate value through your knowledge, skills, or the products you offer determines how much you'll receive in return. The big turning point comes when you realize that money isn't morally good or bad. It simply amplifies who you already are. If you're a generous and responsible person, having more money in your life will allow those qualities to expand. You'll have more resources to help others, invest in projects you believe in, or better care for your family. On the other hand, if you lack financial control, an increase in income could bring even more problems, as money also amplifies negative behaviors like impulsiveness or a lack of planning. One of the most important lessons is balancing consumption with production. For most people, money enters their lives in the form of a salary, which represents the value they produce in the job market. Imagine that throughout the month, the money that comes into your account is a result of the value you generate at work. Every effort, every hour dedicated, every task completed represents your production. However, this money quickly begins to leave as bills arrive: rent, food, entertainment, and other daily expenses. The problem arises when consumption exceeds production, and the balance between what you earn and what you spend becomes skewed. Think of a familiar situation. You receive your salary at the beginning of the month, but by the middle, you realize that much of it has already gone to various expenses. Some are essential, like housing and food, but others, like impulse purchases or streaming services you barely use, are unnecessary consumption that drains your resources. It's at this point that the real financial balance becomes crucial. The secret is to make money work in your favor by balancing how much you produce and how much you consume. The first step is to increase the production of value. This might mean finding ways to become more valuable in the job market, whether through new skills, education, or even a career change. The more you can offer, the more you will be rewarded. Perhaps this means starting a side business, creating a service people need, or even investing more wisely to generate passive income. At the same time, it's essential to carefully evaluate consumption. Reducing what doesn't add real value to your life is a direct way to improve your finances. This doesn't mean cutting out all leisure activities, but understanding where consumption becomes excessive or a response to impulses that in the end don't satisfy. By aligning your consumption habits with what truly matters, you begin to create a surplus, a financial margin that can be used for investments, security, or even new opportunities. Uncontrolled consumption is one of the biggest enemies of financial health, regardless of income. Often, people with high salaries end up spending everything they earn, falling into a dangerous cycle of consumerism without accumulating real wealth. This happens because the focus is on satisfying immediate desires without considering the long-term impact of those choices. Celebrities are classic examples of this problem. Despite earning fortunes, many often overspend on mansions, luxury cars, and extravagant lifestyles, leading to shocking bankruptcies. True wealth is not just about increasing income, but wisely managing what you have. A high salary does not guarantee financial stability if much of it is spent impulsively. The key is to control consumption and invest strategically. The more you can save and invest, the greater your chance of building solid wealth that brings peace of mind in the future. To avoid the problem of uncontrolled consumption, it's essential to develop a long-term mindset. This means prioritizing investments that increase your wealth rather than focusing on spending money on assets that lose value over time. The central question is, how much of what you earn really works for you? If all your money is going towards immediate consumption, your financial stability becomes fragile. The goal should be to find a balance between living comfortably today and ensuring a secure future, focusing on investments that generate income rather than spending everything that comes in. Entrepreneurship stands out as one of the most effective ways to increase your income, offering the opportunity to break free from the limitations of a fixed salary and explore the financial growth potential exponentially. The essence of entrepreneurship lies in the ability to identify problems in the market and create innovative solutions that meet those needs. Great entrepreneurs understand that wealth creation is not just about working more hours, but about creating systems that enable continuous growth. Unlike a traditional job, where your earnings are directly proportional to the time worked, entrepreneurship allows you to develop systems and processes that function regardless of how much time you dedicate to them. This is the principle that leads to exponential wealth. As you scale your solution, whether it's a physical product, a service, or even software, the profits follow that growth without requiring a proportional increase in effort. However, before venturing into the world of entrepreneurship, it's critical to make a realistic assessment of your abilities and the market you want to enter. Entrepreneurial success requires more than just a good idea. It demands leadership skills, resilience, market insight, and above all, a willingness to deal with risk. Entrepreneurship is synonymous with uncertainties, but also with opportunities. For many, the path of entrepreneurship may seem daunting or risky, and it certainly is. But it's also one of the few paths where the potential return is virtually unlimited. Even if you're still tied to the idea of a fixed job, there's always the possibility of starting something on the side, a small business that can grow over time. The important thing is recognizing that, by becoming an entrepreneur, you take full control of your earning potential, rather than depending on an employer or the traditional job market. The key takeaway here is that controlling consumption is one of the most fundamental practices to ensure a healthy and sustainable financial life. Imagine you've just received a raise at work. With the higher income, the first thing that comes to mind is enjoying that extra money, buying the car you've always wanted, moving into a bigger apartment, or indulging in a few luxuries that once seemed distant. It's natural to think this way. After all, you worked hard to get to this point. However, without realizing it, this income increase can easily become a financial trap if consumption isn't controlled. When you adjust your lifestyle to spend exactly what you earn, or worse, more than you earn, the risk of falling into a dangerous cycle of debt and stress increases drastically. The problem isn't in wanting to enjoy life, but in the lack of balance between consumption and financial planning. Controlling consumption is a matter of mindset, living below your means. This means making conscious decisions about where to spend, always leaving room for savings and investments. The more you adjust your expenses to stay well below what you earn, the more financial freedom you will have. This shift in thinking transforms the way you manage money. Instead of living on the edge, constantly pressured by upcoming bills or loans, you achieve peace of mind. A significant portion of what you earn is set aside for saving and investing, and over time this builds a solid financial foundation, giving you the security to handle unexpected events and seize opportunities. By living below your means, you take control of your finances. This opens doors so that, in the future, you can have greater freedom of choice, whether it's to pursue dreams, invest in new projects, or simply live with more peace of mind. Now, you might be wondering how you can produce value on a large scale and thus achieve freedom more quickly, as living below your means for a long time can be exhausting. Producing value on a large scale is the essence of how wealth is generated. Money is always a consequence of the value you create for others, and the key is understanding how to amplify that value. With the internet and technological advancements, the opportunities to do this have expanded enormously. Today, it doesn't matter if you're offering a service, a product, or even knowledge. If what you do solves a real problem or meets a market need, there is great earning potential. The first step to producing value on a large scale is identifying a demand in the market. This means understanding what people truly need or want. The success of great entrepreneurs comes from their ability to see these opportunities before most others. They identify gaps, emerging trends, and most importantly, problems that people don't yet know how to solve efficiently. By creating an effective solution for these needs, you begin to build something that the market will naturally value. Another crucial aspect is scalability. When you develop a product or service, the internet allows you to offer it to many more people than would be possible with traditional businesses. A great example is digital platforms that allow you to sell online courses, apps, ebooks, or even software that automates processes. Unlike a local or in-person service, these digital solutions can be replicated and sold on a massive scale, without requiring you to increase your effort proportionally. Scalability is precisely what differentiates those who build great fortunes from those who limit their financial potential. The internet has removed many of the geographic and logistical barriers that existed in the past, enabling anyone with a good idea and proper planning to expand their impact to a global audience. As a result, the ability to generate wealth grows exponentially. In conclusion, the secret to true wealth lies in producing value, controlling consumption, and making money work for you. Whether through entrepreneurship, living below your means, or scaling the impact of what you offer, the path to financial freedom begins with these simple practices. Now, if you want to deepen your knowledge and learn how biblical teachings can guide you toward prosperity, click on the video that will appear on your screen. These teachings are fundamental, and you need to know this ancient wisdom to apply it to your daily life and transform your financial future.